Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are missing something, right? Yeah, we are missing our stuff. Nice. The fall damage was on purpose, man. So, in the last episode, we did do cool, right? We solved this without, killing stuff.
More entries. Also written by the knight?
Okay, good part is we got our clothes back. We take one last look through the demon mine here. And then we are gonna go on. That cannot be picked up. I am not a church dude, right? I don't go to church very often. 1 or 2 times a year. Yes, one of the times is Christmas. But I do like church music, I have to admit. Ain't no guilty pleasure or at all or anything, don't worry. But just wanted to say, even though it does not matter, I do know that okay, before we go deeper, I'm not giving up that there's anything else worth looting down here. Dead end. Dead end. That looks a bit disgusting. Alright, that's where we came from. Yeah, and that's like real life, right? That's how sudden, if you are in a mine or in a tunnel, that's actually real rap, real story. That's how quick the sound of rain can disappear. That is where I wanted to go down. So, sorry, I'm back. I forgot to activate something. I forgot to start the rendering process in the background. Okay, yep, here we have already been. Did I? Yes, I did lockpick that. Yes, that happened just in the last episode, but it is now for me 24 hours ago. The last recording session. It was, I need to admit. I think, I mean, I guess the tunnels lead all to the same way or go in circles, so to say, but here I did not follow the dude because I did not want directly going to him, because I knew that that would lead to an engagement. Well, not, you know, not that not, you know, with an engagement ring and stuff. Ah, okay, there are. Holy cow, how many of them Knight's Notes are here, man? And yes, I cannot run in the water, which makes some sort of sense, right? In a way. I just want to go out. I feel that I am going the same way I've just been going. Not because of the water, because of how it looks like. Yeah. Here we receive the Savior Schnapps. 2 potions of Savior Schnapps. I'm sorry. It is sometimes not that easy to find your way around. But do tell me, where's the freaking way up? On the contrary, they gave the player, or they gave them players, a lot of options with the Savior Schnapps to save. There we go. Sorry, that is something I've overseen before. Happens to the best, right? Happens to the best. And only to get the armor back, right? I mean, it would have been whack if I would have not... If I would have not went after the armor, right? I mean, it could be a challenge if you... I mean, it's a side mission, right? Don't necessarily need to retrieve the armor again. But maybe the sword you actually need again. Yep, there's the exit. Nice.
Here, mutt! Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Alright, okay, good. That's done. Nice. Ah, Alt Kutna. Yeah, we stole a bit there. Yeah. That has happened. Shall we then actually already, well, not already, just go to D before we go to faster to the town where we are actually being searched for? I think that's like a good decision to do, right? That is gonna be the way, right? Zoom.
Quick! Quick!
Just wanna see, can I? Yeah, okay, if I follow that road, we are gonna come to another town part. Maybe that's worth our time, right? We need to go that way. No, herring, that way. Thank you.
Quick!
At least there are a couple of buildings. Whether it's a village, probably ain't no town. I don't know if in these old days, you know, what was a town or city, whatever.
Whoa!
Pischitoky, alright. No. I need to help them out. No lucky find or no upgrade in strength? I mean, take a look how much poppy we collect. 140, before 90, 50.
You have a kind master, eh, Coffee?
Thank you. Yep, the dog has a kind master. Okay, that's the butcher.
Greetings!
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Just wanted to... Now we got 75 groschen. I just want to get rid of the stuff here.
Today's a scorcher.
Nothing more, nothing less.
It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide.
That's just it. Some noble was resting under it.
What a day.
Quad. But, quite frankly, it's not that much here. It's just a little small village, right? With a nice house. Apothecary, there's a There's the toilet.
Not feeling well, eh?
You're in a foul temper today, aren't you?
For fuck's sake! This bloody war's all we need. Our fields are ravaged, our barns are empty, all our ale's gone.
Are you the builder of the local fortress?
Nun, sonst wäre ich ja nicht hier. What would you like?
I was interested in your building. Must be awfully difficult to think up and calculate everything correctly, eh?
Ja, das ist nicht einfach.
That's not
We're
easy.
not building a cathedral. Unfortunately, this is just an ordinary pile of stones with a little mortar added to it. Mehr auch nicht.
Not more. You seem grumpy to me.
You seem to be a bit grumpy. Are there some problems with the construction?
Nein, nein, not at all. Quite the opposite.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Wenn du das sagst, Junge,
What? Aren't you glad your work is going well?
soll ich mich darüber freuen? Jeder dahergelaufene Dummkopf could build a thick wall with a shingled roof. I did not need to travel half the world to stack stone on rock here.
How is such a fortress built? Must be difficult, eh?
For a commoner, certainly. But I am a master. I've built palaces and cathedrals. Compared to those, this is a complete waste of time.
So you're doing this out of duty?
Out of necessity. I have to make a living somehow since those ignoramuses threw me out of Kuttenberg.
Threw you out? I'm sorry, but I'm not from the city, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But you've heard about the construction of St. Barbara's Church, right?
I've heard something about it.
Just heard? Mein Gott, you can't overlook something like that. High arches, slender pillars, carved pinnacles, ein wunderschönes Gotteshaus. Simply a truly wonderful building. Or at least it would be if they let a real master take care of it.
I'm interested in the construction of that cathedral you were talking about. Tell me more about it.
Wie bitte? Do you really have to rub salt into a knife wound?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it made you so angry.
Angry? It could have been my Lebenswerk, my life's work. If that despicable Hungarian king did not come and dismiss the whole city council, I could be building meine heilige Barbara at this time, and not this stupid and meaningless fortress. Such a beautiful church. No other could compare to it im gesamten tschechischen Königreich.
And what makes it so special?
It has a magnificent layout and the most perfect geometry with a 3-nave floor plan. The weight distribution on the axis is so precise that the presbytery can be up to twice as high as in other churches. One narrow column next to another, and between them, unbelievably high windows. There'll be as much light inside as if you were standing under the open sky, mein Freund. It will seriously be a wunderschönes Gotteshaus. Das Gewölbe, The vault will rise 20 Klafter above the heads of the faithful pilgrims in der geschätzten Kuttenberger Bergmänner.
That sounds really spectacular.
Ja, I almost fulfilled my dream. Doch nun ist alles aus.
Tell me more about build. Yes,
How is such a fortress actually built? What needs to be done first? And who pays for it all?
Oh, now, you're asking too many questions.
Why? Is it a secret?
Nein, everyone here knows the fortress belongs to the highborn Anna von Wallenstein. She inherited the local estate from her husband, a wealthy miner, but she has many relatives who do not want her to keep that wealth. Are you not perhaps one of them?
No, not at all. I'm hearing about it all for the first time.
So why do you keep asking such stupid questions, du komischer Kauz?
I was just walking by and your building caught my interest.
Oh, wenn das so ist, all right then.
How much does it cost to build such a fortress?
Like this one? It's a kleine Steinfestung, nothing too big. The stone is local, but the wood is expensive. That's because most of it is used for the mining purposes in the shafts.
And the miners are willing to pay quite a bit for it, eh?
Exactly. So we have to import wood from the Sassau forest, where it's much cheaper. Unterm Strich, such a structure costs the yield of 4 villages for 10 years in advance. As a carpenter, you'd have to work for 200 years to pay for it.
How is a fortress built? I've never seen it.
Das ist ganz einfach. Compared to a church or cathedral, it's quite primitive. Using a triangle and a cross, you measure the corners of the building and have the foundations dug down to solid rock. Then you will invite the Steinmetzer, the stonemasons, who will supply the shaped stones for the masons. Der Stein. The stone is usually broken directly in the future fosse. Thus, you logically kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Wenn du verstehst, was ich meine.
I understand. The bigger the castle, the deeper the foss.
Ja, genau. The stones for the doors, windows and walls is more difficult. They're made of sandstone. That's more expensive and must be imported. In addition to the masons, you also need a construction carpenter to build them scaffolding. And another who can do die Schreinerarbeiten.
What does that word mean?
Die Schreinerarbeiten, that's what we call the roof trusses, stairwells, galleries, simply everything that's not made of stone. And then you also need a roofer to cover the roof with shingles or thatch. And a dyer to mix the interior plaster and stucco.
Well, that's really something. So many crafts trades, all for just one building.
Ja, ganz recht. But it brings no glory. If you want to enjoy fame, you have to make churches, cathedrals, and altars. Not village sheds that'll be the first thing to burn in a war.
Okay, at least that gave us some knowledge. I'm just wondering, are we able to get inside? It's still under construction, makes sense, right?
Excuse me.
Excuse me? Alright, let's then actually crack on, you guys, right? I love the beds there, which have been around the forest. I actually did expect to find some sort of quest here, but if not, then not. I can live with that. We sold a bit. And I'm now gonna actually repair in a sec my shoes, by the way. Don't you worry. Okay, that's just freaking empty. No. Okay, good. That's better than before. Now, if I zoom out a bit, them, by the way, them beds I meant. Okay, then we just need to go to the right. Alright, hello buddy. I'm still going right, sorry, I need to, yeah.
Quick! Quick!
Here we go.
At your service, sir.
Quite a lot of people going around here. Bera, hello.
Well, I'll be... Barra! What are you doing here?
So it is you. What a coincidence. Can you believe I run the baths? I own this place.
I'm glad to see you healthy and in one piece.
And how else should I be?
Let's not get into it. I'm just glad you're all right. And doing well. Somebody up there must like you a lot.
And you as well. It looks like you've also done well since we last met. And since you're already here, would you like to bathe?
So how are you doing? How's business?
We're starting small. I've only got 2 girls here, but we're doing pretty well.
Oh, maybe over time you'll be able to expand the baths.
Don't worry, all in good time. We've already got it figured out. First, I must buy another tent to put a bed in. For now, the innkeeper's letting us use a room, but I'd like to keep an eye on the courting.
And what do you have in mind then? An infirmary?
We'll see. We could use a sawbones, or at least a barber. And if the Lord provides, maybe even a hired hand to cut wood, fetch water, and take care of the guests' horses.
Didn't you say you were headed to the city?
I did, but I didn't last long.
City life didn't live up to your expectations?
Well, let's just say my cousin didn't greet me as enthusiastically as I'd expected. Her husband, on the other hand, was happy as a pig in shit to see me.
And your cousin was jealous?
As a shrew, I quickly came to the conclusion that nothing good awaited me there.
And how did you end up here?
When I was in the city, I heard the baths were cramped, expensive and dirty. So I thought, why not do it like in Jellyov? Have a tavern and baths in one place. I don't know if Wolfram took liking to me or my idea, but he let me stay. So I got the first tent and tub, and it gradually grew into this. You really don't want to give it a try?
Are you going to bake bread today?
Aye, aye.
Do I look like I need a bath?
No, that's not what I meant. But if you're not in a rush, don't worry, you won't regret it. Our prices are more than attractive, and my girls have golden hands.
You sound like a real hawker. You nearly convinced me.
So you'll stick around for a while after all?
Show me your wares.
Can I sell anything, by the way? That's... Yeah, okay.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Nope,
It happens. Just watch
not
what
here
you're doing.
to tend to my hygiene. I'm actually here for business, man. Girl, lady.
Greetings.
Greetings. Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
Good doggy. Good boy.
What's going on around here?
Hast du schon das Neueste gehört?
Did you hear the news?
I heard they found a dragon nearby.
News,
What?
sorry.
A dragon?
Es ist wahr. Everyone
It's
is
true.
talking about it. And the priest does not know what to do. Ist völlig ahnungslos.
He has
Who
no
knows
clue.
how things will turn out. Wir dürfen gespannt sein. Und noch etwas. Ein Ritter appeared in Belani, like a noble knight, you know? He calls himself Posey, and he's looking for a brave Soldaten for an expedition. He stayed in the Belani Inn. Ich bin sicher, dass du ihn dort finden wirst. And if you're a good craftsman, try asking at the construction site. Krishan was looking for some laborers here recently.
And where might I find this Krijan?
Ist hier in der Festung. In the local fortress. You'll find him easily enough. He is a mountain of a man. Zum Abschluss, I have some advice for you. It isn't easy to talk about this, but you should hear it. A bunch of black guards from the Hungarian camp have occupied an abandoned barn not far from here. They rob and steal. Nothing sacred to them. And they've even killed a couple of people. Most recently, a local herds boy.
What?
He didn't want to give them a sheep, so they killed him and the rest of his flock and all.
That really happened?
Just on the other side of the stream here. Tja, und wer weiß, if they even buried the poor lad. Diese verdammten ungarischen Teufelskerle. Am besten, if you simply keep away from the place.
Why doesn't the local bailiff do anything about them?
Ha! Because even though they are certainly deserters, they still wear Hungarian colors, and the people here are scared to death of Sigismund. Und weiß Gott zu Recht. Und das ist alles.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. I'm looking for someone. His name is Raniek, and he carries a nice bow.
That means nothing to me.
And he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday with some Pole. They were
He got
causing
drunk
a
yesterday, by the
ruckus
way?
until the morning, and I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
Why should I ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared.
Last night.
Just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night.
Leider ja. Her man passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity.
Natürlich.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Raniek?
Try asking the man who paid for his losses yesterday.
Was he broke?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerle from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
And do you know where I could find these men from Bilani?
In Bilani, I reckon.
Oh boy.
Thank you for this priceless advice.
Tut mir leid. My head is still ringing like a bell after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bilani innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
Why would they pay for Raniek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves. But you could see that Raniek just could not stop.
Okay, wait a sec. This we already had, right?
I should ask the Bilani innkeeper about the other players, aye?
Ja, Spieler from all around meet at his inn. So you might just run into them there.
Okay.
I'll be on my way. And thank you.
Nichts zu danken.
Nothing to thank for, he said. I'm quite surprised that there are these large bits of German, actually. I mean, I've said that before, and I've read that was actually the way back in the day. But yet I think it is... I'm not complaining. Strange that these German bits are actually not translated, since I would say that they are quite important sometimes. Okay, now. We will, in the next episode, actually go down here before we go up there. That is gonna be the plan. But for now, you guys, that is then actually right now gonna bring us to the end of today's episode. And you know it, I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little tinsy thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day, stay frosty.